Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades. So I said we're going to use the shield again because we do have to get through it, and also it does have the darkness buff, which is nice. And I've had a couple of times now people suggest that the chaos aspect is a little bit more interesting if you throw some keys at it. So we have a couple of keys. Let's
Just reveal your secrets.
let's go ahead and double the number of shields thrown here and see if this is any more compelling. I did not actually select it. There we go.
What you truly are.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like a great weapon, but it definitely has some potential. So we get 2 bonus shields. They don't seek super well. Here's a thing I want to see. We're going to dash through them, and then throw them so they all hit the wall. Okay, they all just come right back to me. I'm having a hard time figuring out how we would use this to get multi-hits on bosses, basically. It may be the case that we can't. Oh well, you know, it's not the end of the world. Okay, is there anything else we need to do? Our resources are pretty set up. We just need to decide on a thing here. Do we want to just go coin purse, or is there something we really, really want to force? I suppose if we're going to be bouncing shields all over the place, hitting everybody, trying to get a doom on our special might be a good idea. Let's start with the coin purse, and then we'll maybe push Ares in the second area. I'll tell you, I really, really, really like the Chaos Boons, and part of me wants to take the Cosmic Egg because the rarity boost on a Chaos Boon is very significant, but it's so uncertain. Like, we've gone through some runs where we have not seen any Chaos Gates at all for like an entire floor. It just seems, with the Cosmic Egg not forcing at least one Chaos Gate, like not guaranteeing that you'll get any use out of it, it seems like such a risky thing to take. When you could just take this coin purse and definitely get value. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to run Snake Oil again. I like Snake Oil. It is a little bit of a shame that we can see 2 keys here, so we know we're only, at most, going to get a diamond on this run. But whatever, we have to unlock the higher heat levels for the shield anyway.
My choice is made.
Let's hope it wasn't a stupid one. Alright, show me something cool.
There's something that I've wished to tell you, Zagreus. There is no shame in your upbringing. Many of us on Olympus, we likewise were born and raised under the strangest circumstances. Someday I'll have to tell you about mine.
Okay, your special is stronger and can deflect. I think we're definitely trying to save up for the Ares buff on this. Cast damages foes in a small area and can deflect. I'm not wild about. I guess we'll take Divine Strike. We want a buff for our Bull Rush, and the Bull Rush is an attack. So I guess this is okay. It's not exactly impressive, but Phalanx Shot just feels bad. I guess one benefit that we get from Phalanx Shot is that it gives us a way of deflecting while the shield is still bouncing around. You know what? That's probably good enough.
Divine protection.
I'll take that. We're gonna hope for a slightly better boon to our attack. You know, one thing I was trying to see there is if I could hit the same enemy with multiple shields if I was just right on top of them like a shotgun blast. It was not clear to me whether or not it worked. That's a pretty good amount of damage, though.
Good.
Alright, well, Gold versus Dionysus doesn't seem like a very difficult choice. Yeah, so if I throw directly at the wall, I don't get any bounce at all. It just, they all go in there and immediately come back. I guess I don't actually have to always be bull rushing. But especially with the way this shield works, using a bull rush as a thing to do while the enemies are spawning in feels really good. It's nice to not just stand there and wait. I feel like I'm preparing in some way.
I gotta hand it to you, Zag. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
He probably meant that as a compliment, but it doesn't sound like a compliment. I do not love all of these base rarity boons. Well, Positive Outlook is fine. After Party is also fine. maybe we'll just take a bad call. I mean, positive outlook's okay, and it's, you know, it's just a good passive boon. It'll have some effect. It's not exciting though. What I'm looking for is something exciting. What I really do not need is more ambrosia. I guess at this point we can just start giving ambrosia to whoever we want. Ow. Traps everywhere. Shield has really good knockback. I don't know if the weapons actually have different knockback, or if it's the case that all attacks that have any have the same amount, but it feels like the shield hits people back further. Yeah, I'm not even really sure what to do with the ambrosia. Like, what do we get out of giving ambrosia to people multiple times? I guess that's a thing we're going to learn. Alright, a Chaos Gate. Happy to see that. Be even happier to see, you know, like a double boon door right afterward or something. That would be cool. Not let the enemy lure me onto the traps. That's the sort of thing I should be doing to them. So yeah, the Chaos Shield thing, it really is just about fighting multiple enemies. It does not help you fight single enemies at all. It's probably the case that I focus on like boss fighting too much. Oh, this is a huge increase in damage.
Thank you, gods.
Right, like we do take a significant amount of damage fighting groups of enemies in Styx and Elysium.
I'm back here.
Things that make you take less damage in Elysium are actually actually pretty valuable.
That is rather strange.
What, you must mean the Shield of Chaos here. Your shield, Master Chaos, I should say. I was able to compel the Aegis to reveal its primal form. It's a remarkable artifact. Imposing, too. Your original creations must have been astounding.
Alright, Zag, take it down a notch.
I cannot endlessly abide such ceaseless flattery, but perhaps for this one time, I shall accept it and respond in suitable proportion.
I was kind of hoping... It sounded a little bit like we were going to get some extra rarity or something. Chamber reward previews are hidden. This might not be that big of a deal, and it is an attack boost. Our cast deals quite a bit of damage, but we're going to be doing our attack a lot. I'm going to take Enshrouded Strike.
If that is your desire, you shall call it done.
Also, the Bull Rush has pretty good base damage, so percentage increases to it are meaningful.
You lads again, huh?
Oh, can't do that over a gap. Ah. Well, managing to take lots and lots of damage here. Also dash very slowly, just generally way too slowly. Thanks for the help there, Trap. On the whole, though, that was not so bad. You know what? Let's just give Athena some more ambrosia.
For you, Lady Athena, without whom I would assuredly be lost.
This is an unexpected gesture, cousin. I do appreciate it, though please do not feel obliged. I offer you my friendship, not alone to be repaid.
So what did that actually do? I mean, it filled in another thing. Our entry on her is complete. I don't know, I guess it's just giving you access to a little bit more dialogue. Maybe if we complete somebody's Chain of Hearts, we'll get some more interesting stuff. I'm not expecting a mechanical reward anymore, but...
I accept this message.
Okay, I like this. I like all this rarity. So, like, just flat 18% damage reduction seems great. Yeah, I think we have to take that, right? That seems very good. Especially to have so early. Oh, right, I was going to say, oh my god, a new reward, what is that? But no, that's just me not being able to see what the reward is. Well, I guess let's go this way. It's a shop. That was actually a pretty good pull. Although it's not a very good shop. And we just barely can't afford hammer plus heart. Well, I think I take the hammer over the heart. Right? I'm pretty sure.
I'll take it.
Special can strike additional foes. Special deals 60 damage to nearby foes when you catch it. Or Bull Rush gains a power shot. It's got to be that, right? I'm actually curious about Explosive Return. Especially if we're always running over to enemies to melee them, and it seems like it might be pretty cool. I wonder if this damage is affected by anything. Like if you get percentage increases to your special, if they also work on that. But since we're going to be bull rushing all the time, I think we gotta take that.
Aegis grows stronger.
And then I'm not going to bother buying the food. I know we don't have a ton of health right now, but I'm going to solve that by just like playing better. Maybe. I'm going to endeavor to solve that by playing better. I was hoping that my bull rush was going to carry me all the way over to that guy. There we go. That's pretty much how that's supposed to work. We managed to hit more enemies with the shield that way. It is a shame that the power shot on the bull rush hit for 200 there. This is probably actually a good opportunity to use our cast a little bit with that witch weaved in with these guys. You gotta remember that that's an option. Anything fun in the well? Probably not. I don't think we need that eye. Yeah, I'm just gonna save. Although I guess maybe it's a good idea to be a little bit more cautious with my health as we approach the end of the floor. Because we're not totally adjusted to the new Fury fight. And we got through it okay last time. Let's see, we went left last time. I mean, I guess let's just keep going left. You know, keep your hand on the wall. It's a good way not to get lost. And I don't know, the shield throw does already bounce. I wonder if we're actually getting a lot of extra damage out of having multiple shields. Ooh, that's the wrong direction to dodge. Actually, all three of the shields did hit him. Okay, so it is possible for all of the shields to hit the same enemy. You just have to... The room has to be the right shape and size, is all. I'm still not 100% adjusted to the power shot timing. There we go. Yeah, it's weird. It's tough to know whether the shields are going to... whether multiples of the shield are going to hit the enemy when you actually do the throw. I guess once you get used to it, you can... It's a skill you can develop, I bet. And this is the last time we don't get to see our reward. We don't even get a choice. Okay, so I almost certainly would have chosen whatever else was available on that last room. But on the whole, I don't think we actually paid much of a price for this Chaos Moon. There we go. That was a good power charge. I'm starting to get the timing. I'm also starting to stop my charges on traps a lot, which is not a good thing to be doing. This the power shot boon does make... Ooh, hey, that was a good blind reward. The power shot boon does make the shield play a little bit more like the bow, which I think is a good thing for us because we traditionally have done pretty well with the bow. And actually, I'm feeling the extra shields here. They're helping. I do have to be careful not to throw them directly into a wall like that. We do not get a lot of extra benefit from it. Stop evading me so effectively.
Who's going to clean all this up?
There. Nice.
First of all, I'm losing money, but secondly, you're making me look like an idiot in front of all these nice people. Probably we're just going for another heart. We've actually, we have not had a lot of boons here on the first floor, but I would say overall, I feel like our rewards have been pretty good. Oh, geez. Almost got myself in a little bit of trouble there. One way that the shield does not play like a bow, no matter how much power shot you have, is that you cannot use it to fly over gaps, even gaps that you could dash over. Which feels a little strange to me. If it's short enough that I could just propel myself across it through sheer force of will, I feel like my crazy magic chaos shield should be able to get me there. I'm having a hell of a time getting the shield to actually hit these things. There we go.
Yes. Where now?
Alright, feeling strong. 266 coins, which is enough to do an okay thing in the shop. But I honestly wonder... I guess it would be positive outlook. Probably 50 obol is not enough to make a difference here. I guess let's see what's in the well. It may be the case that there's like some yarn or something. Ooh, we can buy a Kiss of Styx and then just go for the Aphrodite buff instead of going to a shop. I think I'm going to do that. That's a pretty good reward.
You've had a brush with Megara the Fury, haven't you?
Yeah,
I
a
know
couple.
A thing or two about that one. Though lately we Olympians no longer mingle with those living in the underworld. You're the only exception.
Well, lucky me. I like this. I really would like to try to get a Doom thing on our special. So, Passion Dash is okay. We're dashing around people all the time. Yeah, that's fine.
And beauty.
It's not exciting, but it's fine.
Nice to meet you.
Right, there are 3 of them, I guess.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius. Not murderer, definitely not.
Although I do murder people all the time. Okay, I don't know enough about the Furies, or like if Tisiphone, I'm guessing at the spell at the pronunciation there, has a character in folklore, mythology.
Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
I mean, I've murdered like 100 people just to get here. I guess Zag's feeling like they don't count because they're kind of already dead. I think it still counts. Ooh. Okay, she has a real fast charge. Oh, it's not a charge. She has the normal charge, but she also has like a gunshot thing that she does that can hit you through pillars. So that's a thing to know. All right. Oh, what is happening? So I was still moving, I'm pretty sure, during that because we ended up in a different place than we were in when the screen went dark. So we just gotta, pay attention. Seems like a good time for deflect. I think the deflect on cast was a good idea. It gives our cast some good, interesting utility. I was saying the word cast there, so I did a cast. That was not a strategic decision that I made. I'm just dumb and I can't think 2 things at the same time. Managed to not hit her with any of the shields.
The walls.
Oh yeah, the walls are closing. Okay, that's not great. We gotta end this fight. I mean, I'm hitting her. I guess I'm doing okay damage. Ow, hey. I probably didn't actually benefit from using all 3 of my casts. I wonder if that's on a timer or if it shrinks at particular health thresholds. Oh, jeez. That's a crappy attack to have to deal with in a room this size. We're getting a lot of utility out of the fact that our weapon is the shield here and we can just stand behind a block. We would have taken a lot more damage there with any other weapon.
Prove I'm innocent.
Yeah, I suppose murdering her is one way to prove that we're innocent of murder.
So much for the fearsome Furies.
Okay.
Listen, they're still fearsome. It's just that I'm very, very good at my job. And a Trove Tracker is a fine purchase here, and we're definitely going to force
Go with
Ares.
that one.
I'm pretty happy with this run so far.
I'll just go on.
We don't really have good boons, I don't think, but we have a lot of other cool stuff going on.
The Asphodel Meadows.
Was that a chaos? It is a chaos gate. Well, I'll take that. The other option is just go get a Hermes buff.
Right.
Listen, I'm not saying the Hermes buffs are bad, but I definitely prefer a chaos buff.
Let's see. In the name of Hades.
Oh, I should have given Chaos another Ambrosia. For the next 4 encounters, each time you cast, take 4 damage is not a problem at all, and that's a fair amount of extra money. We have quite a lot of health already. I'm pretty torn between Atrophic Soul and Addled Influence. I don't think Roiling Eclipse is even on the table. That's quite a lot of extra money. And money and health are both important for boss fighting, in their own ways. I'm gonna do this. There's absolutely no downside to this, as long as I remember not to cast. And honestly, the odds that I'm going to forget that we have the ability to cast are pretty high, right? We've all seen me play the game before. Get in the lava. There we go. Who dares? Ow. Well, I definitely did just let that happen. Get him in the thing. You know what? If you just want to stand still and die, that's also acceptable. Alright, so it spawned a red key trove. I'm hoping that that's going to turn out to be a money trove and not like gemstones. I thought for sure that I wasn't close enough to that to get hit by it. Right,
All set.
You know what's really funny there? I was not intending to cast. I thought, okay, now throw your shield. And I just didn't press the button that does that thing. Store up to 125 health. Do I want to pay red keys for health when I'm this close to full? Like, I know I took dumb damage there, but honestly, I think we're just going to hold the keys. This was not... That's a really, really good trove. Most of the time. But it was not worth the money we spent on it here, and I guess we're just going after a pomegranate. Don't feel great about that.
All aboard.
I'd feel a lot better about it if we already had our Ares buff. An increase to the Doom damage would be nice. I really think the Ares buff's going to be a big deal. Is there still one up somewhere? Ah, there we go. Stop doing stuff. I mean, what is his plan here? In the long-term sense, like how is jumping back and forth over and over again going to lead to me being dead? Part of the reason this room is taking so long, yeah, there we go, is that I'm not hitting my power shot at all. Ow, lava. Don't dash into the lava. Ooh.
The power of
This
the gods.
is pretty weak. I mean, that's still a significant amount of damage on the cast. But honestly, I'm thinking we're going to take the dash upgrade. It's a much smaller amount of damage, but we're dealing it so frequently.
Should be something useful here.
And then I don't think I'm going to bother with the Hydrolite. Okay, that's actually interesting. Let's make sure there's nothing else going on in this room. Turns out sometimes they stick Chaos Gates all the way on the outside edges. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. So, like, Eurydice is obviously great, but do I want to turn down 2 boons? The increased rarity is really powerful. sometimes, depending on the boon. But, like, the increased rarity on the Doom boon would be a big deal. I don't usually skip the double boon room, but I'm hoping that this is going to work out to be a greater amount of power.
Make yourself at home.
Hey, what's cooking?
Here, you get one of these.
Just the ingredient I needed, hun. Thank you so much. You know, you weren't near as bad as I'd heard.
From who?
Oh, don't worry, we're still getting to know each other. Plenty of time for me to live up to my notorious reputation. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me at all. Eurydice, how can you cook so much with all the searing heat around these parts? Has it been lava flooded like this all the time?
The searing heat? I am dead, your royal majesty. Searing's just a cooking technique to me. Don't need to sleep either. I can just keep cooking up a storm. It's not so bad.
I mean, the dead can definitely be killed by lava. I've seen it on a number of occasions.
I knew it.
Alright, there we go.
Good. Bye now. Thanks again.
Show me that Ares buff. So we have the Eurydice thing, we have the Ares keepsake for improving rarity, and then we also have the fact that it's this fight. So I'm hoping to see some good high rarity on the boons. I do so love it when they stand right on top of each other like that. I should not forget my cast. No, wait, I should not use my cast. I was just thinking, you know, it'd be cool to cast the stones back at her, but right, we are still chaos boomed. Look at this, I'm actually hitting my power shots, the fight's actually going reasonably quickly. It is a lot of damage. The power shot boon, I was a little uncertain, but the power shot boon is right. I feel that strongly now. But you do have to hit it for it to matter. You know, I know that this is going to sound crazy to the giant lava pool that keeps firing the fireballs out, but it's possible there's enough lava on the ground here. Maybe we don't need more. Yeah, man, when I can get the bull rush as a backstab, that's pretty alright.
Don't let it go to your head.
I see that you have Lady Aphrodite's blessing there already. Love and death together, hand in hand. Sounds most agreeable to me.
Yo, Ares' Screamo band is probably completely insufferable. Alright, that's 100% what I was looking for.
It's me or them.
129 damage. I feel pretty good about that. There's a duo buff with Aphrodite and Ares, isn't there? Didn't we see that before? That actually would probably be pretty good. It makes your weakness cause your doom effects to hit repeatedly or something. Great, solid throw there. Best if we wait for there to be someone to throw the thing at. Yeah, man, if I hit my power shot on the charge and then a decent shield throw, that's a huge amount of total damage. Ow, taking damage. Taking damage from threats I couldn't see because I was in the gas cloud. Okay.
The curse of chaos has expired.
Well, this is a pretty good time for the curse to expire, because I think it does affect the money that comes out of the trove. At least I hope so. I guess we'll find out. That was way too early.
May I help you?
Yeah, jeez, look at that. Look at the damage.
You waste my time.
I think that's the best value we've ever gotten out of a trove. So 92. Yep, it totally did increase it by 40%. What a good chaos boon this is going to turn out to be. We could go after the Aphrodite thing. 262. It's like, I feel so good going to the shop at 300. I think we're gonna save. We're gonna take the Eye of Lamia and just save a little bit. We'll hit a shop a little deeper in. I'm curious to see if we can get that Ares Athena or Ares Aphrodite duo going.
In the name of Hades.
Oh, we don't have a call yet. Do I want to take Heartbreak Strike? We've got a pretty good attack damage bonus there. And since our Bull Rush hits so hard already, Heartbreak Strike might be exactly the right thing. I'm trying to think, if we weren't going to take this, what other attack boon would we want? I guess, Artemis, right? We would force the Artemis buff on the next, we would take the Artemis keepsake into boy words, you know, the next place with the gardens, and then we would get the crit. This is a lot of bonus damage, though. I think I'm gonna take the call, and we might do that thing. We might take the Artemis buff and just get crit on our attack. That's a pretty boring thing to do at this point. I do that all the time, but it's just so good.
How's the old neck holding up?
Zagreus never stops talking about this dude's neck. And I mean, like, I get it in the sense that there's not a lot of things to razz a Hydra about, but also, kind of making a fool of yourself, just a little bit. Alright, I love that I can just hold the shield forward and block his whole ranged attack with that. Stupid, it's like all this garbage on the ground that blocks my charge. It's so hard to predict what the shield bounces are actually going to do, like what they're going to be willing to jump to. Hey, food. One of those random skeletons dropped some food. That was nice of him. Did you maybe stop being invincible? No? Okay, well, I'll just come over here. There we go. Did I miss a head somewhere? Why are there skeletons still being summoned? Alright. Good work there from the blocking properties on the shield. I'm having a really hard time getting good charges off because of the fact that there's so much stuff on the ground that blocks us. Even just these the little coffin there. I want to charge from far away so that I'm not caught off guard if he does a sudden charge. Did I actually hit nothing with that shield throw? I think that is what happened. Okay, there are two redheads, so I probably should not be focused on the green one. So like, sometimes you can throw the shield pretty close to an enemy and have the shield not go anywhere near them. And sometimes you'll throw it all the way across the room and it will bounce back to hit something that's close to you. Okay. One redhead down, and we're totally going to lose a life here. Maybe more than one, because this is not working. So like, this is a problem you don't have with the arrow and gun builds. And that time, the shield pathing indicator suggested... I was really hoping it was going to go to the green head. The shield pathing indicator suggested that we would be able to travel forward the full distance, and I still got caught on the casket thing. It's very annoying. Very, very frustrating. Ow, damn it. You do have to already be, like... Yeah, you have to be thinking ahead a little bit to block the ranged attack with the shield hold, because it takes a second for him to go into it. I am not always on top of my game enough.
You flying bastard.
Come on, where are the enemies? I feel like sometimes he's just flying around invincible with you not having anything to fight for a really long time at the beginning of this phase. Yeah, there was no way I was getting out of this without that happening. Jeez. we got one of the redheads down. I'm trying really hard to get the Doom onto it, but the other heads are all like diving in front of it. Some real like look out sir action happening here. And unfortunately the shield throw does not pierce stuff. The charge does, but I'm having other problems. I'm just gonna stand back here and maybe do a little bit of this. I'd really love to. Would you please throw the shield at the enemy that my cursor is actually directly on? As soon as he unshields, we're... Well, let me make sure he's vulnerable to stuff. There we go. That was pretty effective. I was real nervous there about doing it while he was still in the air and it turning out that he's just invulnerable during his animation or something. Alright, well that was embarrassing. That's a lot of health to lose on the second floor boss.
How could you, boy? That Hydra had a family.
So do I.
Also, you and I both know that Hydra is fine.
Should come in useful.
Right, we just want to force the crit. I'm trying to think, is there a reason I would want to go for Zeus? Part of the problem is we don't know what Zeus's double boons look like, for the duo boons for the most part. I should probably start forcing Zeus on a few runs just so that we get a better sense of what he has to offer. What do you get from Dionysus's attack buff? I can't remember. Alright, I'm gonna take Artemis at the risk of being very lame and boring, because I really do think that the crit buff would be huge. Critting bull rushes would just be so much damage.
Elysium.
Yeah, I feel the same way about it. I mean, a pomegranate on the special Doom is actually pretty cool, but I think there are some hammer buffs that we could still use. That is pretty handy. Please do not corner yourself. How am I managing to be so bad at this? To be clear, I'm a little frustrated by the very inconsistent and arbitrary feeling logic of the shield bounces, but a significant amount of the time I'm just not throwing the shield in the right place too. That is also a problem. I'd love it if those guys would stop spawning. God, I love to drop pillar stuff on top of people.
See that, Aegis? Should put.
All right, show me something cool. I would really love. I would love to try out that explosive catch thing. Dash attack deals plus damage in a larger area. We do dash a lot. I think I definitely want my Bull Rush to continue knocking foes away. Bull Rush fires a piercing shot that deals 70 damage. It's definitely interesting because we deal a lot of... It's a higher base damage than our Bull Rush has now, but I'm wondering if I actually do want to be charging forward. Because this leaves you in place when you use it. Which means I'm no longer getting to charge through enemies. There are definitely some rooms where the charge is a problem. Like against butterflies and stuff, I would rather stay in place far away from them. But I think in a lot of cases, I want the movement of the Bull Rush. So maybe we just take Dashing Wall up, because I am using our dash attack. I mean, dash attack's good with everybody. Yeah, of these, I think I want Dashing Wall up. I still would like to find another hammer, if it is possible, because I want to try that explosive shield catch thing. So we have a lot of money. I think we just go for the heart. We already have enough money that I'll feel really good going into a shop if we have the opportunity. There we go. Still managed to take damage there. Turns out, a lot of enemies just don't get staggered anymore as you get further on in the game. There's a lot of value in bull rush buffs. Like even if you don't have this particular shield. Nope, I was hoping that the shield bounces would cast Doom on that guy, but apparently no such luck. But yeah, there's a lot of value in the bull rush attack just because there's a lot of value in standing still with your shield facing the enemy. In terms of disrupting their patterns and whatnot.
Better.
You can really see the graphical effect on the dash attack is pretty cool now. They really want me to have hearts. Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about extra health. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any golden pots or anything. Yeah, I mean, like, a huge amount of health, especially when you're using a melee weapon. A huge amount of health is a very good thing. I'm not sure what happened to those guys, but I did notice that one of the explosive egg pedestals was empty, so I'm assuming they blew themselves up somehow. Don't let him turn around. Alright, we got to kill a shield guy without getting hit a dozen times in real stupid ways by him. Take that as a win. Man, I am so bad at fighting the shield guys. But see, that's one of those things that makes me want to be able to charge forward with my bull rush. Being able to hit people in the back is so valuable. Okay, well, we got to take the Artemis buff here. So I guess let's see what the well has. Ooh. Probably just buy a case of sticks, right? Yeah. I think so. Do I also want Hydrolite? We don't need it right now, but we're about to go into a room that's marked as difficult. I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna speculatively spend 70 money. That's a little too much. Right. Stupid. This is a room where the other version of that thing would have been really nice. Coward. Also, it seems to be very difficult to hit the butterfly orb with the shield. Like, the shield is going around it a lot. I guess it's the defensive properties of a curved surface. I do feel way safer in this room than I usually do, though, on account of the fact that I have the shield up all the time. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting. I have a cast that is actually a lot of damage.
Damn, he's recovered.
Try my best to keep an eye on the eyes once I managed to knock them out, but apparently one got away from me there.
Next.
Alright, you. Come here. Can't get around this piece of shrubbery. Okay, there we go. Finally got him. Yeah, the way the shield guys, like... The way the shield guys always know exactly what I'm gonna do, it feels like their AI is really good. What it actually is that my AI is very bad. I guess my natural intelligence, my NI...
Alright, no need to keep on toying with your prey. Here comes one of my finest blessings now.
Show me crit on attack. Okay, for some reason, not epic, despite all of my rarity increases. But I think we're still going to take it. Pressure points is also certainly interesting, but I think we want this.
I'll make every strike count.
Okay, there's a death denied up there. I think we got to take that. the monetary value of another survival charge.
He bleeds and dies and turns to ash. Is this the final cruelty of the gods? Or evidence, perhaps, that we have some immortal stuff in us ourselves?
Not immortal in a way that's very useful to me, unfortunately.
You mentioned something of your parentage, stranger. I have a question on that subject, if you please.
I please, sir. What's your question? Ask away.
Your father must have records of the dead, so I was wondering if you might do me a favor and look up the whereabouts of someone I once knew.
You've done a lot for me. The least I can do is ask around. Who is it that you're looking for?
I seek one called Achilles. Was rather famous once among the living, but among the dead, who knows? I thought he would be here, but he is not.
Achilles? I've heard the name before. And, can I ask why you wish to know of him, in case it happens to come up?
I appreciate Zagreus' discretion here. Don't let on, just in case this is a thing like Patroclus is very mad at him or something. Of course, Zagreus doesn't know what we know about them.
It's just, I simply miss him, stranger. That is all.
Okay. Kiss of Sticks, please.
All yours.
Alright, 5 extra lives, probably sufficient. Now that we're down to only 216 gold, I think we're going to go for the pomegranate here. I'm going to end up spending all my gold in sticks where the prices are worse. But we have some boons that I would really like to get an upgrade on now.
You can stop me.
Oops. I was trying to dash through him and then throw the shield into his back, but all I did was push him away with the charge, which actually prevented me from doing that. You know, there's something to be said for the things that make your attacks hit in a larger area, even against individual opponents. Because, like, you can be... dash attacks can be kind of messy. Sometimes you whiff because you just, like, dashed too far and managed to get away from the enemy, and this increased area makes something like that way less likely. And do I really want to try to burn these shield guys down before dealing with the butterflies? Is this a good idea? I don't know. Maybe. They are very annoying. Alright, that's a start. Did my... I think the Doom might have applied even though he blocked my shield throw? That's something to keep an eye on. Alright, well, we did not get the ones I was hoping for.
I accept this gift.
In particular, like the special. The special is what I'm looking for an upgrade on. The base Doom value, the base Doom damage we got is already so good. We probably should take the Hermes buff here. Right, we have too many buffs for the pomegranate to be really reliable. And while it's possible Hermes won't show us anything good, he does have some pretty good stuff available. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know why I ran over to that, like I was going to be able to activate it right now. Alright. I don't think he was quite blocking that. Turn around. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. See, he blocked... I threw the shield twice. He blocked both of them perfectly. One of them... The second one applied Doom and the first one didn't, it looks like. That's very strange. Turns out they are not particularly efficient at blocking stuff falling on them from above. That felt pretty alright. We again got a little bit screwed there by the enemies diving in front of the butterflies. It's like I have failed to apply Doom once or twice now. Because the enemies are intercepting the shield. Okay, there we go. Should be a little bit easier now.
Olympus.
I gotta remember that that's an option a little bit earlier in the room. Okay. Show me something good.
Keeps me awful busy, Curse. Ares. Nothing like a good old war amongst the mortals to create demand for lots and lots of messages to go around.
Attack is 12% faster. I'm not sure if this will change the timing on our bull rush or not. And to be perfectly honest, if it does, I think that makes me not want it. Because I've like just gotten used to the bull rush timing now, I don't want to screw with it. I guess we'll do this. We never use passing through. Maybe it's actually really good. Yeah. Maybe unwise, but...
Champions of Elysium, now prove yourselves.
Really good time to have the bouncy dooming shield throw, I think. Oh, there were quite a few enemies that I was not aware of. Okay. That was pretty good. We didn't take any damage at all.
Now to collect.
So, 425. Of course, at this point, if we see a shop, it's gonna drop. It's just gonna have, like, garbage in it. It's gonna be darkness, food, and, like, a single pomegranate. I guess this way... It's a pretty bad door. Get out of there? Okay. Apparently, my shield can be stopped by a single enemy projectile. I gotta be more careful. I keep dashing. Like, I keep dashing in such a way that projectiles that were not a danger to me become a danger to me. Well, this room had the difficulty indicator on it, and I can totally see why. There's a lot of garbage flying around out here. Also, the ground is uneven. I got stuck on a tiny, tiny little divot in the ground there, which is very annoying. Make sure this guy does not re-shield. Alright.
On my authority.
Yeah, like this. This right here is super annoying. It could maybe stand to smooth that out. We are absolutely going this way. Hold on. Let's make sure that there's not anything else in this room worth picking up, though. There is a well, and we could totally afford to spend. Do I want yarn? I think we're taking this. That's a lot of food for not a lot of money. If I took the yarn, I'm still over 350. Which means that even if we see, like, hammer boon, we can buy it. I think we take this. The only way that's bad is if the shop has 3 boons in it. And even then, oh no, we only get 2 of the boons. Like, I'm still pretty happy with that.
Charon's shop.
Okay. Only 1 boon. Still fine.
Here's the fee.
Critical effects deal even more damage to weak foes. That's something. We can't not take rare support, or epic support fire, though, right? I wonder if the special spawns additional arrows because we're throwing more specials. Probably not. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then we may as well buy this because I think it's about boss time, right? Yeah. Okay, we got full health and 5 extra lives going into the Theseus fight. We should be able to do this, right? Unless I like goof this up pretty spectacularly.
Let us destroy him quickly, King. Or perhaps slowly.
Or, you know, at all. Whatever. I don't really care. Whatever's good for you. We're gonna get a lot more damage on Theseus, just sort of like accidentally during the part where we're focused on the Minotaur here, which will be nice. It'll shorten the second phase of the fight considerably. Ooh, wow. He jumped in kind of a weird way there. A way that didn't necessarily, I think, actually lead to him hitting us under almost any circumstances. Alright, I managed to narrowly avoid that. Yeah, the strength of being able to just stand there and tank a hit is so powerful. Well, harder to do if you just throw your shield into the distance with reckless abandon. You can maybe... There we go. Theseus is probably getting pretty tired of me blocking all of his stuff. It seems like he's getting a little frustrated. We've taken like almost no damage here, and the Minotaur's 3/4 of the way to death. Interesting. Theseus did hit me with his spear throw just through my raised shield there, which is a little annoying. I guess I overestimated the angle that it makes you safe at. Yeah, a Bull Rush power shot into the Minotaur's back, non-critical, is dealing like 250 damage. It takes forever for Aphrodite's call to charge up, it feels like, but it's pretty alright when it does. But you gotta learn how to use your shield, man. Look at how powerful a shield can be. Okay, he got me there. That's a fair number of blocks. Nothing gets past you. I should wait a second more before charging him. Because he tends to catch the spear and then walk away from you, which means I could be getting backstabs out of my charge. Yeah, like that. Okay. The block will not guard you against Poseidon reaching up from below to attempt to drown you. That's fair. That's a terrible decision there on my part to actually fight. Why fight when you can just sit behind your shield? It works so well for him. I'm getting manhandled by Poseidon here. But you know, it really is like mythology. Poseidon and Zeus are basically always manhandling people, although, you know, in a variety of ways. Yeah, I can't really... Unfortunately, I can't really take advantage of that strategic insight I've had, because if I stand still for any period of time ever, I get hit by Poseidon. Okay, he just hit me straight through my shield there. I assume because I was too close to him, the shield didn't read as being in the correct direction. Yeah, he's got a good rhythm now with his attacks and Poseidon's thing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody panic. Everybody stop panicking. I think we're gonna make it out of here without losing another life. I should probably just... I don't know if that did any damage. I think I hit him in the front. Okay, that definitely hit. That definitely didn't. Managed to spend 3 bars of call to deal like 200 damage.
To shut him up.
Boy, that's a lot of darkness. So we get to carry a reasonable number of lives forward.
Your struggles soon shall be in vain.
So you keep saying.
Also, quite a bit of gold. You know what? Yeah, I will definitely just buy that. That is fine. Okay, I mean, we have a build. It's okay. It's not amazing. I'm still holding on to 1 ambrosia, by the way, because, you know, who knows when we might meet this character. If we finally encounter whoever this is, and I don't have ambrosia on me to give to them, I'm going to feel really dumb. Especially if there's someone who only shows up, like, very rarely or something. So, is it just... the Myrmidon Bracer's good, and doing continuing to use the Myrmidon Bracer to help it level up seems like a good idea. So yeah, it went from 20 to 30% when it hit 2, so at max level it's 40%. 40% damage reduction from the front is huge. Granted, you don't always get to control the direction you get hit from. And with us, I guess, with the particular build we're running here, it's less valuable because hits that hit me in the front are often totally blocked. So maybe not a good grab on this run. But whatever, we're contributing to the leveling up, it's fine. I said when we started the series that this was not going to be necessarily a super long one, that we were not intending to show off everything that's in the game currently. But at this point, we've kind of done that, and I sort of don't want to end the series until we figure out who that last character is. What goes first here? I guess the heart?
This one, I guess.
Oh my god, it is so nice to be able to just shield block the stupid poison. To be perfectly honest with you, I am not sure how much value we are getting out of the, and I hate these things. I'm not sure how much value we're getting out of the chaos aspect part of this. This run's been pretty good, but a lot of it has just been the shield. Like, if we were using the base shield instead of the chaos aspect, I don't think our run would be all that would have been all that different. I will say that I probably would not have been using the Bull Rush as much without it being the Chaos Shield, even though there's no good reason for that to be true, because, like, the Bull Rush is still very good. Alright, that could stop happening. But, you know, this has been good for future runs. Now we will know to use the Bull Rush a lot, no matter what the situation. Okay, we can do the rest of the fight from over here. Ares and Artemis have this under control.
Olympus.
There we go. Aphrodite gets to chip in too. And that attack really doesn't deal hardly any damage when it's not maxed out, when it's not the greater call. Well, I'm taking a lot of poison that I don't need to be taking here. I was trying to wait for him to just, like, do the attack before completing my charge there, but it kind of looked like he was maybe never going to do it. Support fire is awesome. It's been really, really good for us here.
All clear.
Okay. That was not as bad as that room sometimes is.
Keep me going for a bit.
The room with the Super Satyr is sometimes a real pain in the ass, because his attack is functionally undodgeable. You have to have some other methodology. And the shield works fine. So do we want to try playing with that explosive catch thing enough to spend 500 gold on a hammer at this point in the game? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we're going to make a lot of money over the course of Styx. I guess let's go get the gold and then we'll figure it out. Yeah, Doom on the shield throw is just... Again, that's not a chaos boon. It's not a chaos shield thing. It's just like really powerful. Ah, stupid snake statues all floating over pits and being hard to hit. Fortunately, they don't actually deal that much damage. Their attack looks more distressing than it is, but it sure does look distressing, doesn't it? Stuff starts popping up over your head, and it seems like really bad things are happening.
Next.
I can't get the shield to bounce onto that guy. I can't hit him with the Doom. He just won't get hit. Alright, let's try this one. There we go. It was like bouncing all around him down in that corner, but just would not touch him. We have pretty good control as long as we're allowed to fight only one non-shielded enemy at a time.
No satyrs here.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well... If it was not clear from my tone of voice, I'm actually not super happy to have found the satyr room so early.
Heading back.
Or the sack room, rather. So what are we at, money-wise? 707.
Something I can use.
I think I want to buy the hammer and keep going. I don't know if we need all these boons. Maybe we're okay to just go now. I would like to do the Artemis boon at the very least, because we don't have general crit damage yet, and I would like to have that, especially for like the dooms. Which means that buying the Artemis buff here is really pretty high priority as well. Yeah, let's fish for crit chance. Okay, epic crit chance, hard to argue with.
Artemis, guide my hand.
And then I want this.
Power of Olympus.
And we don't get to do that thing, but we do get to get 5% more damage reduction. That's fine. So now that we have that, do I care about these buffs anymore, these boons anymore? Maybe we just go. We're probably not going to get any more max HP. What do we still stand to gain, really? Maybe some damage on the shield catch, maybe. But that, honestly, I don't know if that's that good against Zeus, or against Hades, because we're just fighting, like, such a small number of enemies. I think I'm just gonna go. Well, okay, no, I would like to get that Aphrodite buff, because we could still get that duo boon, potentially. So, would I rather have another Artemis boon, or something from Dionysus, maybe? Artemis has a lot of great stuff, but we kind of have all of the stuff I usually want from her. Like, we got good support fire. Maybe let's go Dionysus just for a change of pace. This will almost certainly make us enough money to purchase the Aphrodite boon from the shop, in the hopes of getting the Aphrodite Ares duo, unless I'm misremembering and it turns out it's not Aphrodite Ares after all. I think it was, because I think it was your doom effects keep hitting people if they're weak. That would be super useful against Hades. Just keep hitting them. Never let them do stuff. You don't have to worry about getting poisoned if they never ever get to attack. Alright, and we're way past the 150 already. Jeez. Pretty easy so far, this room. That worked out pretty well. Alright, tell me this is the end of the path. Not quite, but we're not likely to take damage in this room, so I guess I don't mind a little bit more. I don't think there's any chance that we're going to make enough money for a second useful thing. Oh god, trying to kill the one while in cover. Traps are very helpful there. Pillars and saw blades both. Ah, god. Poison. Okay. Stupid poison vents. You know, I have the training to be afraid of the satyrs, but I'm not paying enough attention to where the poison vents are on the ground, even after having been gotten by them on a number of occasions. Well, that's annoying. He's really outside of my ability to deal much damage to him over there. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
In the name of Hades. He's offering an exchange.
Don't want that. The premium vintage is the only one that does anything right now, I think.
Let's liven things up.
It's a max HP, you know, that's good.
Back I go.
The Dionysus buff was totally worth having. Because, like, if that had been a Centaur Heart, I would have been overjoyed to run down that path.
Pleasure doing business.
Nope. Weak afflicted foes just take plus 21% damage seems very good. Like, very good.
Fabulous.
I didn't realize that... I don't know that we've ever seen that before. I didn't realize that was an option. That's phenomenal.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
I'm just not going to comment on the wording that's being used there. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? I think we must not be. Okay, so a lot of dashing around like an idiot, throwing my shield at people, hoping it bounces in the right direction. I think this should be very doable.
One last bit of business to take care of, then.
Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, here you've outdone yourself by quite some time.
Oh, shut up and get your fork. And burn away that regal cape and let's get to this, then. I had no idea you had all these capes to spare. Must have a whole entire storage chamber full of them.
That's probably what's behind that locked door.
Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end.
You know, he's right. You gotta give him. You gotta give him that. He is totally right.
Darkness.
Wow, already. This is like some hardcore cowardice. That been some pretty good damage to start with here. So we got to remember to dash around him a lot to keep the weakness effect up. Yeah, we have a lot of attacks that... Ow, I did not quite dash fast enough there. We have a lot of attacks that actually deal a lot of damage, and so our crits are really strong. But crits on the Doom and crits on the dash attack and crits on the Bull Rush are all absolutely huge. This is not great because he's in a really good position to keep me from hitting, yeah, that skull over there.
I like the sound of that.
Aphrodite has no jurisdiction here.
Does she just not shoot him? It's supposed to be a homing attack. I guess it's because he decided he was going to disappear right as I did the attack.
Would that you could be useful there from time to time.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Basically just yelling about Zagreus cleaning up his room. I mean, let's be honest. If there were really gods, them being gods and things being as they are down here almost necessarily means they're intensely childish, right? It's the only characterization that really makes sense. He is just filling the room with garbage. I'm feeling powerful now. Yeah, like really powerful. Get rid of this quickly? Yeah, I can actually burn through those pretty fast. We're smart about our bull rushes. We can use them to invalidate like a huge percentage of his damage.
My pleasure.
There we go. We actually hit him that time. Oh, and it knocked him out of his laser attack. Also, he is totally vulnerable to damage during the laser attack. You just charge through him so you don't have to worry about dodging. It's pretty good. Oh, right. It doesn't always work. You know, sometimes there are reasons that you might have to actually dodge. Ow, 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 ow. Getting myself hit by a lot of dumb stuff here. I'm just gonna, yeah, stand right there and wait for you to tire yourself out. Nope, hit the thing. Okay. It was just enough Doom damage. And then I got hit by the shockwave cast off by all the others, so I guess it didn't really save me all that. Okay. For some reason he's not even spinning it.
You think that you're the only one who shall keep fighting? Fair. Well.
Hey, it turns out maybe actually the shield's the best weapon. It's possible. Because I think that might be the only time we've, yeah, I think that might be the only time that we've beaten him without losing a death denied charge, right? We got close. But yeah, that was super fast, and look at that. Our current streak is actually a new record. I'm feeling, like, really good about this. Also, I guess we should take our stupid diamond.
Our tale of the Underworld Prince is far from finished.
I can't skip it, I'm trying.
Have to wait until another time.
And then, the clobbering. You know, in a lot of games, the phrase, "Is there no escape?" appearing on screen as your character is sucked down into a pool of blood while he screams, would be a lot grimmer than it is here. They've constructed an interesting tone. Yes, Hypnos has the day off.
Help me to understand something here, Orpheus. Why do I bother keeping such a worthless shadow of a court musician in my house? You prattle ceaselessly, yet I can't get even a single note out of you.
If I may be so bold, my lord, perhaps the merest sight of me still stirs in you a memory of my performances of yore. It gladdens me you used to like my songs.
I used to tolerate your insolence. We're finished here. You find your voice immediately. You have 100 years and not a moment more.
For a second there, I thought we were observing some plot that was going to have an effect on the game, but apparently not. We have an interesting thing to say to Achilles.
How fare your labors, lad? You have a certain look about you. Everything all right?
It's just, within Elysium, I happened on a shade who said he knew you, said he misses you. Do you know a Patroclus, sir?
What? Yes. I knew Patroclus. Is he all right?
Well, he's in Hades, so...
I don't know. He seemed like he's known better times than these. Is there something I should say to him if I run into him again?
Please send him my regards. And all my love. I think of him always. But I cannot see him any longer. And you mustn't ask me why, do you understand? Now, leave me be, please, lad. I need some time.
Take care then, sir.
She really is adorable.
Oh, you startled me, Your Highness.
Is that it? I'm going to give this extra ambrosia to Orpheus because I feel bad for him. We have a lot of... yeah, okay, there's room to give him stuff, although it looks like I can't interact with him right now. Maybe because he's currently being stared down by Hades.
Any new updates for the house?
Ooh, more sheet music. Yes, absolutely. This is a thing worth spending diamonds on.
Here's the fee.
I remember.
That's a lot of gemstones.
It is a lot of gemstones.
Some new music.
Okay, I like that one.
I wonder if we'll unlock some more dialogue from him by just buying more music. What happened to these guys? I dodged the first 5. That should count for something. I'm sure it does, you know, songs and poems. No, Meg. Meg was my second choice for this ambrosia.
What's up for barter?
We probably don't actually need to pay gemstones for ambrosia. I think that's probably not a good use of resources. Maybe I'll just hold on to this for now. We're certainly not in any great hurry to need to spend it. So we could put some more into God's Pride, I suppose. Yeah, it's just going to let me keep improving it. You know, maybe we should put some points into privilege status here. Okay, apparently that's all the points we can do. We do sometimes get enemies status affected up enough for this to matter. We were seeing it in the last run, like when enemies were weakened and doomed, they had the little bonus above their head, and it is a lot of extra damage.
Alright, I'm ready.
So have we now defeated Hades with all of the weapons? I think maybe not the spear? Hold on, let's double check. Yeah, we still have a 1 heat spear clear to figure out. So... what are we looking at, spear-wise? I guess we don't have the keys to try the Hades aspect anyway. Bonus special speed and range is, like, fine, but I think if we're going to try this again, we would go Achilles aspect. So that is what we will do next time. But of course, for today, we are out of time. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time tomorrow for our final one heat clear, and hopefully me not dashing myself into the lava over and over again. That would be a cool change of pace. And we'll see you then.